Today we're looking at the Maldini SBC and whether he is worth 300k or not.
Yes, boys, so obviously the base Maldini SBC has come out. It's a bit of an interesting one. He's a left back, but he can play centre back. Maybe you're concerned about the physical, a couple other things about him. Jack, what were your first impressions?
So my first impression of the card were, I'm going to say what I thought they were going to be. I thought I'm going to get an elite centre back, great pace, decent-ish in terms of responsiveness, elite tackling, and a bit of a bitch at the same time, and I was not disappointed. I got all those things. The physical is the thing that this review is going to live and die on.
Yeah.
So he's a brilliant card, all right. He's a perfect card if you are a very manual defender, and the thing is, though, a lot of people that think they are manual defenders, they're not. You can only control one player at one time, all right? However good you are at manual defending, you can't control him 100% of the time. You're going to control your CDM, your left back, your right back, your other centre-back quite a lot of the time. It's not going to be just Maldini. So the lack of aggression is a massive problem, in my opinion, if you're not a good player. So I was like I say, the first time I used him, I was a bit mixed on him. I'm still quite mixed on him, even doing this review now, and I've used him for about like 20 odd games at this point. He's a strange one, Maldini, but at the same time, there are a lot of good things about him. Yeah,
it's one of those, isn't it, where obviously it's Maldini, he's got the name, he's got the scary name. Obviously, people, you come up against a Maldini, you think you come up against a crazy good centre back, but I think when you take a deeper look into, 66 aggression, 79 strength, it's not amazing, is it? Do you think he shirks out of challenges, or maybe doesn't win the ball 100% of the time, stuff like that?
I think he's one of those where you don't get as much bullshit with him.
Right.
So that's why I think that if you're a really good defender and you often are in the right position at the right times, and you are happy to kind of sit maybe a little bit deeper and not commit to those big, like barreling challenges that I associate with like Rudiger and VVD and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He will be really, really good for you. And for that reason, he's pretty good for me because I'm sometimes like that.
Okay.
But then other times I'm not, and I'm hot-headed, and I'm a maniac. So he's very 50-50 for me at times, but his tackling, Rob, is amazing. Probably the cleanest tackle I've used so far. Apart from maybe him and Vieira, are up in the air as to which one's better. But Maldini, when he's in the right position at the right time and you're controlling him, like 9.9 times out of 10, Rob, he is winning that ball. He wins that ball so bloody much. Unless he has to fight for it, Rob. And that's when you get a little bit of the issue.
Yeah, it's not what you want from a centre-back, is it really? One that's going to set you back quite a bit as well if you're doing it from scratch.
It's not worth doing from scratch at all. Yeah. If you're like me and you've got quite a lot of... I did him for nothing. So I'm not feeling like too jilted on the old front, about whether I should have done him or not.
Yeah.
But I can't help but look at the man that I was using before. That is Mr. Tony Rudiger. And Rob, I think Maldini's a better player.
Right.
But I don't think he's that much better.
Yeah, not
really,
like
in a way.
300k better is what you're saying, yeah.
No, he feels just like Maldini just feels like a good defender.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel like he's got that icon bullshit, to be honest with you, that I think we so heavily associate with icons. Maybe that's just because, normally we think about it with attackers and midfielders, like defenders are never really exciting. There's not really like an X factor you can have as a defender.
No. It's like the attackers like cheese their way through a bit, don't they? Which I suppose you don't get with a centre back, do you? Do you think?
No.
Obviously, he is a base left back. Is there any argument for him to play there?
No. Not a chance in hell is he ever playing at left back. That's one thing, you hear me say all these things about him. He is really fast. Probably like him and Militao. I love normal Militao, guys. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, about a 4K player or however much he is these days. But Maldini is rapid. So no complaints on that behalf. The pace is perfectly fine. It's honestly just the physical. And I think a lot of people get concerned about it, and you're right to be, because we talk often on this channel how important having a high aggression stat is, whether you're a midfielder, an attacker, or a defender. So it's so crucial, and that's why on players like Rudiger, for example, you've got 90 strength, 92 aggression compared to Maldini's 79 strength and 66 aggression. it's not like you're anywhere near, you know. And then you look at VVD, he's got 94 strength, 87 aggression.
Yeah, it's not great, is it? So do you think he's not that longevity-wise, he's not going to last you that long in your team?
No, okay, not at all.
Yeah.
I can see kind of like maybe not quite century, maybe like after a month after Team of the Year, he'll be gone.
Yeah.
To be honest with you,
Jesus
I think
Christ, yeah.
He's all right if you're doing him like you've got a couple of. I had a couple of dupes, so I did the most expensive squad, and I felt like you know what I mean. I felt like I didn't feel bad about doing him. I don't feel bad about doing him still because he's still a good player.
The value in terms of the SBC compared to the market value is good, but I think it will help.
It is, yeah. The SBC is coming in at 300k. He's about 400k give or take on the market.
Yeah.
I think one thing that we've not seen the value out of just yet is the fact that we've not got too many juiced Italians.
Saying that,
just yet.
A cheeky Politano came out tonight, and he looks sensational, Jack.
Yeah, he does. I might even look at it getting him in. But yeah, normally we do get a lot of juiced Italians a little bit later on in the cycle, the game cycle. So perhaps he'll retain some, a bit of favoritism there because he gives some good chemistry to them.
Okay.
But all in all, Rob, I just, when you're going into a review with a player like Maldini, you're expecting a certain something.
You want to be ranting and raving, don't you?
Yeah, and I'm just not. He's a good player. I think if you're looking for a new centre back, and you don't need chem to anyone specific, maybe do him. He's a good centre back. Like I say, the main problem is that just his AI positioning in terms of like the aggressive nature just doesn't always feel quite right.
Yeah, he don't want it.
Yeah, and it's not something that you can improve either, really. Like putting an anchor on him makes him lengthy, but it still only gives him 70 aggression. It's not great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Okay. I've given him an 8.5. I still think he's a really good player.
That's higher than I expected, to be honest. But yeah, I suppose yes, I say it's higher, but he's an icon centre back. So in terms of that, it's not great.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a good centre back. I think people just need to temper their expectations a little bit. Like he is like 300k. When you look at it, isn't like, in terms of promo cards, it's not the craziest amount, really.
Yeah.
Like compare him to, let's say, Prime Sol Campbell. Who are you going to take?
Yeah.
Probably going to take Maldini, aren't you?
There's
comparing to Vidic.
Apparently there's a hero Ledley King coming as well, which could be quite a naughty one. Yeah. In terms of value then, we'll say value based on the SBC, boys. If you're watching this in a month or so time, take it with a pinch of salt.
I gave him a 7 because I still think it's quite expensive. It's 300k, which I know it's not loads nowadays. It's very easy to get the fodder as well this FIFA.
I think when you look at the squads, it doesn't look as bad as 300k, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it's really easy to do, honestly, lads. I didn't have any problems whatsoever. Chem style is an anchor. You want to at least try and get that strength up a little bit.
Yeah. So in one word, Jack, do the SBC, yes or no?
No.
Okay, there you are, boys. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe button. If you've got any questions about Maldini for Jack, let us know down in the comments. We'll get back to them all. Follow us on Twitch, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We are everywhere, boys. In the meantime, I've been Robbie.
I've been Jack.
We've been Backpage Gaming. See you later.
See ya.